Hi, I'm Caleb Perronay, and in this spotlight we'll be taking a look at Swordtail's new game, Toren. First off, I'd like to start by saying that Spotlight was never intended to be a review show, but rather a preview of the games presented. So many of the games I've covered in the past are either open-ended games or some sort of sandbox game that lets you play through it in the way that you want. This is the first time that I've ever covered a game that has a beginning, end, and a linear path in between. If you come here looking for a cut-up review, then you've definitely come to the wrong place. You can go look elsewhere on YouTube for that. So what is Toren? Toren, in its broadest definition, is an action platformer with light puzzle and combat elements sprinkled on top. The game starts with the female protagonist fighting a dragon and being defeated, at which point you spend the rest of the game getting back your memories and equipment. After that, the story really dives into an open book designed to be interpreted by the player. I played through the game in more of a let's play manner, so rather than focusing on the story, I just kind of played the game to get through it. If I had to describe what the story is about, I would say that one aspect is how we are perceived on the inside versus how the world looks at us, and another is how far we're willing to go in order to fight and overcome our inner demons. The story really is written in such a way that each player will take away something different in the end. Now, you might be asking what makes Toren unique. Plenty of other games do story, what about the graphics? Well, Toren's biggest plus comes in its graphical art style. Based on the love child somewhere between the Journey, Wind Waker, and the Dark Souls series, the overall aesthetic Gifted is visually pleasing to look at. The color palette chosen plays nicely in contrast off one another so that each object is clearly defined and you always know where to go. When it comes to gameplay, Toren is a bit on the lacking side. Some might classify the game as an interactive novel rather than a game, but Toren could not be finished without the help of the player. If you were to break the game down into its fundamental parts, then you really only see that it has two defining mechanics: jump and swing sword. Throughout the story, the character does gain a few new abilities, however the complexity in using them remains minimal at best. In the end, this little indie game will bring you about 2 hours worth of gameplay with no incentive to replay it other than just digging deeper into the story. Toren focuses more on the character's journey rather than a dangerous adventure. And finally, from the moment that you first start the game, Toren's soundtrack pulls you in and helps to guide you. I wouldn't put it quite on the level of Journey's soundtrack, which brought tears to many eyes, but it does hold its own when connecting to the player's true emotions. Right now, Toren will run you $10 on Steam or your regional equivalent, but personally I've placed the game in the bargain bin and wait until either a sale or the price drops to about $5, as the game's current value falls short of the $10 mark. If you're looking for an emotionally deep game emphasizing on one's inner moral compass, then Toren is exactly the game that you are looking for. So that's it for this quick spotlight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did do a full playthrough of Toren, and if enough people are interested, then I'll probably end up releasing that. Let me know what you guys thought of the video in your comments below, and also, what are your thoughts on the game? You think they should have done anything different? Have you played the game? Have you not played the game? Are you interested? All that stuff. And I will catch you guys in the next one.